You know what's funny is that you can't find any gamers that you I know. Like that's how we appreciate I'm going to be running around the other camera. In case I don't it's all set up for
Nah, maybe it seems a little
but now we're on the other side of the business.
So I'll be there. Would you like to see? Yeah. So it's where it's and then it goes on to the and then that's what so just this last
don't read that.
perfect. Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Well, we were playing one time. The system broke. We did a little playing around with like a pretty. Yeah. So nothing worse.
Right? Your name's on.
Yeah.
We're just waiting. Making sure
We're gonna have 3 people.
Make sure we're
When I start my
Go back to the slide.
Yeah, we have our own Google community.
There's no name there.
just click it again.
Okay.
because it's.
Yeah. It's got its own. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
I believe it, yes.
You were with, unfortunately, I was on Ottawa, I was on a tour of Lyman Street, the Ottawa Valley area, and then yesterday, we were riding.
Thank you, Metallo Drum Group. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Constable Mason Morso, and I'll be your MC today. You can all be seated. Thank you. Before we begin, I'd like to thank everybody joining us by live stream. A huge thank you to NAPS IT, Dante and Min for making this possible. We acknowledge today that the city of Thunder Bay has been built on the traditional lands of the Nishnawbe peoples of Fort William First Nation, original signatories to the Robinson Superior Treaty of 1850. We recognize the significant contributions of the First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people to our heritage, social culture, spiritual, and economic wealth, and are committed to advancing economic reconciliation under the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's Call to Action, number 92. I would ask the Metallo Drum Group once I give them a second, to start the ceremony with a welcome song. And I ask if you're able to stand, and please remain standing for the song and prayer to follow. And you can keep your hats on. Thank you, Matawa Drum Group. If you're able to, please remain standing for the prayer. We're pleased to have Elder Bob Baxter here to so graciously join us for today's ceremony. I'd ask Bob Baxter to begin the ceremony with an opening prayer, and again, if you're able to, remain standing. Bob?
Bonjour. My name is Bob Baxter, and I'm the elder for the Nishnawbe Aski service. And I was also a member. I was a police officer myself for 34 years, and retired in 2012. And I still appreciate what the service has given me, so I'm trying to get back to them what I could give back. And this traditional, I'm a traditional person, and I wasn't always. I was a residential school product, but I went to a powwow in Port Phillip quite a few years ago. And I heard the beating of the drum as I was walking back, because I didn't know anything about my culture, even when I was that age. It was taken from me because when they told me that my way of life was no good, my culture was no good, my beliefs were not good, that type of stuff. So I found that it drew me, that drum. It hit me right here, and I said, that's where I belong. That's me. That's my culture. That's my identity. And I'm always honored to be part of this service. With that eagle staff, if you look at what the eagle staff says about the eagle staff, it's a symbol, it's a spiritual symbol of our culture. And it's very powerful, and it protects people that are under it. Nishnawbe Aski people, the police service, and whoever else that we come to know. I've attended a lot of these bad ceremonies. I've seen a lot of different people come through here. And I always pray for their safety. It's one of the biggest things in our life as we journey. Is sometimes we forget about the spiritual part of our journey, which is the most powerful. Besides the physical, emotional, and the basic physical things we see, sometimes we forget that spiritual part of us that we need, that we have to practice that as we journey our lives. I'm always honored to see the young officers that come through here. I've seen a lot of them since I've been working. As a police officer and as an elder, and I know where they're going and what's going to face. And I hope that they carry that strength within themselves to look after each other out there, and to also have the support of their families, since it's a challenging career. Sometimes families, it's hard to see that sometimes. When you're a police officer, without you knowing it, it changes it to something else. Sometimes your family doesn't understand that. That's why there has to be a lot of communication and practice and stuff like that. That support that comes from families is going to be with that, I'll say this prayer. And it's just to give thanks for the day. You know, and thank the Creator for a life that we're given, journey that we're given. And all the things that we see around us that we take for granted. The earth itself, the rivers out there. And what's alive along the rivers out here. Things you just look up and take for granted. We give thanks for the things that we see. We also give thanks for the things we don't see. Where strong faith has to come in from our part to be able to move ourselves forward. And with that, I'll say Agi zaman itu, kenapa kami gumino gagi juga. Migo cekit bang, mamati sunna kami siya, wanyo na siya. Siya ni misnam sigisik, bercep mu itu ang mati sunna. Kanan siya ya cemana ni masih. Kaya tigo cesai yang gitu ya. Nishnawbe Schön mit dir, wenn wir schmagen schick, das Knie wird nennen wir Gott. Wenn uns mal wir ran die Mammut da, wir haben mal getoy, sind mal dann kiwa. Schön sie kann haben mit da. Wir sieht dann mit da. Ja, dann geht ja. Progresso na gamila ta. Schön mit Cake, nennen wir eine Watch, Kasaki, Watch, Projekt, Gate, Watch, Che, and when Tag is the Watch, Pinaganaga. Schön Che, Chinoichi, Watch, and Gun. Magaya, Watch, where the Schmagan Shear, Watch, your Chunche, you're not Chunche, and I can find my Watch, where Chinaman say Watch.
Thank you, Bob. Everybody could be seated. Thank you, Bob. Welcome everybody to the NAPS badge and warrant card ceremony to witness our newest members receiving their badge and warrant cards. And again, hello to everybody joining us by live stream. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge our special guests, the Honorable Michael Kersner, the Honorable MPP Holland, Deputy Grand Chief Mike Metatwabin, Board Chair Frank McKay, Command Staff Chief Armstrong, Deputy Chief Deuce, Inspector Haley. On behalf of the entire service, we welcome the delegation from the Solicitor General's office. We're honored here today to have the Solicitor General of Ontario to make an opening address. Minister Michael Kersner was first elected as the member of provincial parliament for York Centre on June 2nd, 2022, and was re-elected on February 27th, 2025, which was one of the highest and most special moments of his life. Michael was appointed by Premier Doug Ford to serve as Ontario Solicitor General on June 24th, 2022, and reappointed on March 19th, 2025. As Solicitor General, Michael has traveled Ontario extensively, listening, learning, and meeting thousands of first responders. He is immensely proud to recognize and acknowledge everyone that helps keep Ontario safe each and every day, and to echo the words of the Premier that our public safety matters. It is an inherent right we all have, and will always be a priority for this government led by Premier Ford. He believes everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. Minister Michael Kersner.
Good morning, bonjour à tous. In the presence of my great friend and colleague, Minister Holland, I want to acknowledge the Deputy Grand Chief, Chief Armstrong, Deputy Deuce, our Chair of the Board, Frank McKay. I want to acknowledge Elder Baxter and the Knowledge Keepers and the other elders who are with us today, distinguished guests, families, and friends. Today just didn't happen. Today, while common, it is also miraculous. It's common because every few months, people will come forward and receive their badges and warrant cards. And that's a wonderful occasion to celebrate. But to see the largest class ever receive their badges and warrant cards here at the Naps Police Service is something that is extraordinary. So why is it miraculous? It's miraculous because 17 incredible individuals have decided not only to wear the uniform, not only to wear the flash, not only to understand the responsibilities of serving in our First Nations communities in Ontario, but it's something more. It's something that they've realized that this is their time, this is their calling, this is where they were meant to be. And they didn't do it alone. I want to acknowledge the knowledge keepers and the elders and the leadership from the community of Nan, but also understanding that the families have supported the loved ones on this incredible journey. Life, as you've said many times, Deputy Grand Chief, is about a journey. It's about not necessarily understanding the journey you will take, but understanding that you have an opportunity to make an impact on that journey. And you don't exactly know when that moment will come, but when it comes, embrace it, welcome it, accept it, and understand that the difference that you can make, not only in your own life to feel that you have done something immeasurably of accomplishment, but it's also the difference that you can make in the lives of others. This group of 17 represents, as I've said, the largest class ever to be badged at one time. But to the families and friends, I've met this class. I was there at their basic constable training graduation in Elmer, Ontario, just a few weeks ago. I told them how proud I was of them. Not only that they completed the basic constable training, but that they were pledging their allegiance to the communities that make up Nan, Nishnawbe Aski Nation. Yesterday, I had the privilege of traveling with the chief to two communities quite far up north. And I learned that the role that these individuals of 17 will play, these communities that make up Nishnawbe Aski Nation, will rely on them for support, for guidance, for public safety, for unity. Their job is to listen and to learn. But in fact, it's our job every single day. We are all on a path of learning and curiosity. Our job every day as human beings is to make tomorrow better than it is today. So I say to the class of 17, the uniform means two things. It means that you have accomplished something that very few people have accomplished. That's why you're wearing the uniform. But the uniform commands respect. The uniform is a unifying factor in the communities you will serve. People will look up to you. People will come to you for help. And you have to be there on the easiest and on the hardest days. And you have to listen to the elders who bring guidance far beyond what one can measure by simply reading about it in a textbook. It is about listening. It is about learning. And I want to again congratulate the board at NAPS and all those who had the foresight to say that we will continue to have classes like this, larger and larger classes, and this police service, already probably the most respected and flagship police service in Indigenous policing anywhere in the world, is right here in Thunder Bay today. So I want to thank Chief Armstrong and the command leaders, and I know Minister Holland and I could not be more pleased to convey a message of appreciation and gratitude from our Premier Ford. Our government's commitment under the leadership of Premier Ford is to continue to work with police services like NAPS, to continue to listen to the Grand Chief and the Deputy Grand Chiefs and to the members of the Council. It's to listen to our newest officers. It's to understand that our role of a government is always to be there, not only to support in a financial way, but it is to be guided by the traditions of the past. I want to thank everyone for inviting me today. It is a high honor that I will never forget. And again, congratulate you and encourage you. Go out every single day, make a difference in the communities you will serve. Never lose the faith that the difference that you make will be irreplaceable in a person's life, in the community's life. Thank you. Merci. Miigwech.
Thank you, Minister Kersner. NAPS is pleased to have Deputy Grand Chief Mike Metawabin here to make an address on behalf of the Police Service Board. He is an ex officio board member and formerly the board chair. Mike Metawabin is a member of Fort Albany First Nation and Treaty 9 territory. He is a survivor of the notorious St. Anne's Indian Residential School, which is located in his home community. Over the past 2 decades, he has taken on various leadership roles, including Chief of Fort Albany First Nation between 1999 and 2006, and Deputy Grand Chief at Nishnawbe Aski Nation between 2009 and 2012. He has also served with many Indigenous organizations, including Five Nations Energy, Wawate Native Communications Society, Nishnawbe Aski Police Service, and the Aboriginal People's Television Network. Mike has established solid relationships with government agencies ranging from the local to national level in his roles as president, chairperson, and board member of numerous regional organizations. He's a longtime advocate for community issues including addiction, homelessness, housing, and child welfare. He was the lead commissioner of the Mushkegowuk People's Injury on Suicide between 2015 and 2016, and has been a powerful advocate for the Mushkegowuk community struggling with the opioid addiction crisis. Mike's dedication to his community and efforts to address the dark legacies of Canada's colonial heritage have shaped his career as a respected leader and advocate for truth and reconciliation. He resides in Timmins with his wife Ava, and they are proud parents of their 4 children, and 8 grandchildren. Deputy Grand Chief, if you'd like to say a few words.
Wajik, good morning and good afternoon. It is today, for this time, it's very special in many ways. Before I get to say a few words for the recruits, I wanna talk about why today is special. It was a long journey to get to where we are today. It wasn't, I'm not going to get into the long history, but I just want to acknowledge the commitment and the dedication of people like Minister Kersner and the current government of Ontario for their ongoing support, ongoing commitment. As you know, elections come and go. And most times, and most often, the next succeeding sitting government will have a change of heart or will have a change of mind. But that didn't happen in our journey. We started off with a liberal government, and when the elections came, they continued to provide that support. They continued by way of coming up with a new act, which continued to include First Nation communities. So I wanted to share that part and why it's special for me. When I first started on this journey, working towards to fulfill the dream of being legislated or to be included under this legislation, the first reaction I got when I shared the news with friends, they said it's not going to happen. Not in a million years. So you can imagine how that feels, how that felt. Because I was filled with excitement. I was excited to start that journey. But day one, you're told, no, it's not going to happen. So I wanted to share that story because Minister Kersner is here with us today, along with Minister Holland. In the last couple of years, we were still holding our breath, waiting for the proclamation. There's a whole process that we go through. First, the amendments to the Police Services Act, passage in the House of Commons or the legislature. But the final step was the proclamation. And so I think we held our breath. I don't know how many years, 3? Something like that. But it was long. And it was very nerve-wracking. And when that day came, also Minister Kirchner was at our chiefs meeting. And he made a commitment, he made a promise that he would get it done. And for that, we really appreciate and are very thankful for doing what you said you would do. You came through. You don't know how that feels for us. As you can imagine, we've been promised many things, but delivering on the promise has always been the challenge. Minister Kirchner delivered on his promise, his commitment. And we signed the legislation back in December 2024. I believe this is the third graduating class that I will be witnessing and under the legislation. There's so much to be grateful for, so much to be thankful for. We could go on and on. If you knew the story of where we began, the trail, the path leading to where we are today, then you would truly understand and appreciate why we are grateful today. We have, the service area we have is fly-in remote communities. And this is where I would like to turn my focus to the recruits. Some of you are new. Some of you may not have been to a remote community before. Others, you have been there, born and raised there. Our communities are remote. They're flying communities. And remoteness is I don't know how to describe it. I come from a remote community myself, born and raised. So I'm used to it. I'm accustomed to it. But when you're not born and raised there, and when you go there, you might ask yourself, oh my God, what did I do? How did I get here? I just want to tell you, have an open mind. Have an open heart. Be willing to learn. Be willing to engage. Our history as indigenous people has been challenging. So I just want to say in this juncture of our journey as Native people, indigenous people, we're recovering. We are recovering from a very challenging past. A lot of our people are on their recovery, on their healing journey. But at the same time, a lot of our people are still struggling with the pain and the hurt. And those are the challenges that you will see, that you will face. Addictions is something that's constant today, never ending. And those are the areas we want to focus on. Our next energy will be focusing on how do we address that? How do we fix that? I don't know how, but there is hope. There is hope for those ones who want to get better, who want to get out of it. So I'm not going to scare you. I'm not going to name all the things that go on. But to the families, thank you. Thank you to you as well for being with us, being here, and allowing your son, daughter, to come work with us, to come work for us, to live with us in our communities. Minister Kirzner has a better idea now what it means to be located in a remote location. He went up to Pewanik and Casablanca, and we have 34 communities in our service area, and they're all remote, flying communities. Not like jumping on a bus and going to go visit your son or daughter. You have to buy a ticket, and they cost around $1,500 to $2,000, so that's just the reality. That's just high cost of living up north. Yeah, I could go on and on and on. For me, just want to express my gratitude, my appreciation. I want to acknowledge our board chair, Frank McKay, for carrying on the work that was started and going down this new journey under legislation. It's we're also in interesting times, and together I think we can pull through together, through collaboration. We can survive. We can make headway. Legislation is a good example of how we can do that. Going under legislation, or acknowledging that legislation excludes certain people. So we have to sit down, explore those things. So before I get carried away with politics, I just want to say thank you. And again, I just want to acknowledge Minister. Thank you so much for delivering on your promise. It means so much to us. It's the highlight of my journey as in my work in this area, policing area. It you know, I don't know how, from what I said when they said it wouldn't happen, now where we are today, it is indeed something that's fulfilled. And I couldn't have done it without the help of folks like you, Chief Armstrong and Brad Dews, Fabian, Bob. There's been so many people involved, government people too. And I just want to acknowledge them and thank them too for their help in their guidance going down this journey. Amigos, watch.
Thank you, Deputy Grand Chief. I'd like to call upon MPP Kevin Holland to also address the new recruits. Kevin Holland was elected in June 2022 as a member of Provincial Parliament for his home riding of Thunder Bay Atikokan. Prior to his role as MPP, Kevin served as the mayor of the Township of Comrie for over 3 decades, being first elected council in 1991. Throughout his 31 years on council, Kevin upheld a very high level of public service through his work and involvement on many community boards and committees. Outside of the political landscape, Kevin also dedicated 21 years of his life to ensuring safety in the community and region as a volunteer firefighter. This position was of a personal importance to Kevin, given his role as operations manager of Holland Enterprises, a family-owned business that specializes in the manufacturing of custom emergency vehicles and commercial truck bodies. This experience has provided Kevin with first-hand experience and understanding of the intricate challenges and concerns faced by businesses today. Following his election as MPP, Kevin served as the Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister of Northern Development and Minister of Indigenous Affairs, Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister of Mines, and Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister of Long-Term Care, before transitioning to his current role as Associate Minister of Forestry and Forestry Products. This track record demonstrates Kevin's commitment and capacity to promote and advance prosperity and well-being in Northwestern Ontario. Away from public service Kevin enjoys the precious moments spent with his wife Lori, their 2 children, and their 3 grandchildren. Kevin's journey is marked by a strong personal devotion to the betterment of all people, the community, and our province. Minister Holland.
Well, good morning, and thank you for that introduction. I think maybe I have to update it. We have 4 grandchildren now and 1 more on the way, so so we're really excited for that. But I want to start off by thanking the drummers for the opening song, and Elder Bob for your opening prayer, and also for your service to your communities. Couldn't think of a more fitting way to start off today's celebrations and ceremony than the prayer that you offered to us. So thank you for that. It's a true honor to be joined here today with my colleague and the Honourable Michael Kersner, Minister or the Solicitor General for Ontario, at this special badge and warrant ceremony, a moment that marks both a proud milestone and a solemn commitment. On behalf of the residents of Thunder Bay Atikokan, I want to extend my sincere congratulations to the newest constables of the Nishnawbe Aski Police Service. And I'd also like to take this moment to recognize the leadership of Chief Armstrong, the NAPS executive team, the training officers, community leaders, and elders all gathered here, as well as the families of our constables. Your support and guidance are what make the service strong, resilient, and deeply rooted in community. To our new officers, receiving your badge and warrant card is more than a formal rite of passage. It is a symbol of trust, integrity, and responsibility. It signifies your readiness to serve and protect the people and communities of the Nishnawbe Aski Nation with courage, fairness, and respect. Policing the North in the unique and beautiful First Nation communities that NAPS services is not without its challenges, but it is also among the most meaningful and impactful public service work anyone can undertake. You are not just law enforcement officers, you are protectors, role models, and agents of positive change for our communities. And I say that coming from, during my time as the mayor of my community, I served on the police, first as police advisory committee for OPP in the rural communities, and then as chair of the first joint police service board for the OPP in the province of Ontario. So my service and my connection with the police service goes a long way back, and I truly respect the work that you do for us. The Nishnawbe Aski Police Service stands apart in its model of policing, one that is grounded in community, culture, and compassion. Your role will not only be to uphold safety and order, but also to build trust, strengthen relationships, and ensure that Indigenous values and voices are reflected in the work that you do every day. Our government is proud to continue to support, to ensure that your services are well equipped to do your jobs safely and effectively. We are committed to standing with you as you serve with honor and pride. To the families, friends of our new colleagues and our constables, thank you for your support, not just to get them to this point, but for the ongoing support you're going to have to provide as we move forward through their careers. You're the ones that will be at home worried every day. And to the officers, wear your badge with pride. Let it always remind you of the responsibility you carry and the people you serve. Congratulations once again. May your service be safe, strong, and filled with purpose, and may you get home safely at the end of every shift. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister Holland. Our ceremony continues with each recruit coming to the front of the podium where they will be presented with a badge and scrolls from the Nan Grand Chief's office. The badge is a symbol of their authority to act as a police officer in the province of Ontario. As a new member comes forward, their name and posting will be announced and their badge will be presented by the Chief of Police. I'd like to now call upon Chief of Police Terry Armstrong for presentation of the NAPS badges, assisted by Constable Miles Orquelu of the Chief Ceremonial Unit. The initial postings are for training, where officers will spend 4 months being partnered up with a knowledgeable coach officer. Please step forward to salute the Chief of Police when your name is called. Constable Jibin Babu, badge 1805. Born in Thiru Vananthapuram, Kerala, Constable Babu now calls Thunder Bay his home. He previously worked in IT technical support and as a correctional officer at the Thunder Bay Correctional Center. His proud parents, Gomathi Bharathan Babu Rajan and Shiba Familia are here with him today. His spouse, Lady Charmaine de la Cruz, is also in attendance. Constable Babu always wanted to become a police officer to focus on working directly with the people he serves. He wishes to become a trusted member of the community. His hobbies include car detailing and cooking. Constable Babu is assigned to the Northwest Region's Mishkogoguming Detachment. Congratulations. Constable Hayden Bazinet, badge 1794. Constable Bazinet is the son of Teresa and Glenn Bazinet and was born and raised in Chapleau, Ontario. He graduated from College Boreal's Police Foundations program before joining NAPS. He worked several summers as a bartender at the local golf course. Constable Bazinet looks forward to a long and successful policing career with NAPS. He is assigned to the Northeast Region's Saskatchewan Detachment. Congratulations. Constable Joel Bertrand, badge 1795.
Chief.
Born and raised in Parafon, Quebec, Constable Bertrand is the son of Adam and Eric Bertrand. He served for 6 years in the Canadian Armed Forces and still continues with reserves. He's held many positions in private security as well. Accompanied today by his mother, Josie, and partner, Katrina, Constable Bertrand is proud to begin his career with NAPS. He is committed to serving with integrity, respect, and professionalism, and is posted to the Northeast Region's Attawapskat Detachment. Congratulations. Constable Brett Bossenow, badge 1801.
Chief.
Constable Bossenow was born in Timmins, Ontario, and raised in Matagami First Nation by his parents, Chad and Aline. He's also joined here today by his girlfriend, Chloe Racine. He has been actively involved in his community as a member of the Volunteer Crisis Team, a volunteer firefighter, and has served as the Emergency Management Coordinator for Matagami First Nation. He looks forward to serving the Nishnawbe Aski Nation while fostering respectful relationships with the community members. He is stationed in his home community of Matagami in the Northeast Region. Congratulations. Constable Aidan Benatti, badge 1802.
Chief.
Constable Benatti was born in Hamilton, Ontario, which is also his home. He graduated from the Bishop Ryan Catholic Secondary School, and his favorite subject was law. Constable Benatti was previously employed with Star Security, working in event security throughout the GTA, before having the opportunity to work in the TTC and Toronto community housing sector. His proud family is here with him today: Father Jimmy, Mother Lorraine, Brother Dylan, and his girlfriend Sabrina. He's assigned to the Northeast Region's Fort Albany Detachment. Congratulations. Constable Colin Carroll, badge 1804. Constable Carroll is from Winnipeg, Manitoba, and the son of Brenda and Dave Carroll. He graduated with honors from Red River College, earning a Red Seal in pipe fitting and gas fitting. He enjoys woodworking, traveling, swimming, and motorcycle riding, but especially values time with his wife Amanda and their children Emily and Benjamin, who are here today. Committed to serving with integrity, Constable Carroll is posted to the Northwest Region's Cat Lake Detachment. Congratulations. Constable Nicholas Dahlman, badge 1796. Born and raised in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Constable Dahlman is the son of Chris and Shirley Dahlman. An entrepreneur, he previously ran a digital marketing agency and snow removal company, as well as a deck refinishing business. He studied marketing at the University of Winnipeg and Indigenous Canada through the University of Alberta. His parents and grandparents, Adriana and Janice DeFolter, are here today. Constable Dahlman will serve with integrity and compassion in the Northwest Region's Deer Lake Detachment. Congratulations. Constable Alexander Hoffman, badge 1798. Constable Hoffman was born in Timmins, Ontario, and now lives in Sudbury, Ontario. He is the only son of Eric and Christine Hoffman. Prior to joining NAPS, he worked within the mining industry as an underground miner and welder. Looking forward to making a positive difference, he begins his policing career at the Northeast Region's Saskatchewan Detachment. Congratulations. Constable Harsmaran Kaur, badge 1797.
Chief.
Originally from Punjab, India, Constable Harsmaran Kaur moved to Canada in 2018 to pursue her education. She earned a Bachelor of Science degree from the University of Manitoba and worked as an institutional safety officer at Victoria General Hospital and the University of Manitoba. She is joined today by her mother Rajwant Kaur, her siblings Navkaran Singh and Harmandeep Kaur, and her uncle Arshdeep Singh Panu. Constable Kaur is stationed in the Northwest Region's Poplar Hill Detachment. Congratulations. Constable Riley McGlynn, badge 1807.
Chief.
Born and raised in Timmins, Ontario, Constable McGlynn is the son of Charlene and Todd McGlynn. He holds diplomas in computer engineering and police foundations from Northern College. An outdoor enthusiast, he enjoys camping, biking, snowmobiling, and working with technology and radio equipment. In attendance, his friend and mentor, Constable David Wilkie of Timmins Police Service, a former NAPS officer. Constable McGlynn begins his posting in the Northeast Region's Moose Factory Detachment. Congratulations. Constable Gaetano Piscopo, badge 1800. Constable Piscopo was born and raised in Thunder Bay, Ontario, where he continues to live with his family. A proud Northerner, he enjoys hunting and fishing. Before joining NAPS, he worked for Pure Later Shipping, but considers his most meaningful role to be father to his 3 children, Isabella, Antonio, and Madalena. Constable Piscopo is posted to the Central Region's Webequay Detachment. Congratulations. Constable Prabjot Saini, badge 1799.
Chief.
Constable Saini was born in Mississauga, Ontario, and raised in Brampton by his mother Baljit Kaur Saini. He holds a bachelor's degree in justice studies and police foundations diploma from the University of Guelph Humber. In his spare time, he enjoys working out, boxing, and spending time with his loved ones. He begins his posting in the Central Region's Casablanca Detachment. Congratulations. Constable Harmandeep Singh, badge 1792.
Chief.
Born in Punjab, India, and raised in Brampton, Ontario, Constable Singh is the son of Onkar Singh and Rupinder Kaur. He holds a computer engineering, computer programming diploma from Lambton College in Sarnia, Ontario, and previously worked as a senior dispatch coordinator at a transportation company. Committed to serving with honesty and integrity, he is posted to the Central Region's Casablanca Detachment. Congratulations. Constable Skylar Sutherland, badge 1808.
Chief.
Constable Sutherland was born in Hearst, Ontario to Sarah Sutherland and Jay Bell. He lives in Constance Lake First Nation with his partner Kayla Lutie and their children Taryn, Tawny, and Grayson. He graduated from the Mama Matawa Holistic Education Center and later from Algonquin College with a diploma in business management and entrepreneurship. Constable Sutherland begins his career in his home community of Constance Lake in the Northeast region. Congratulations. Constable Theodore Sutherland, badge 1449. Constable Sutherland was born in Moose Factory, Ontario, and is a proud member of Tekwa Tegmu Nation. He lives in Valcoron, Ontario, with his wife Erica and their children Brock, Rhea, and Sophia. An avid outdoorsman, he enjoys hunting, fishing, and golfing. A former NAPS officer returning after a 10-year hiatus, Constable Sutherland is eager to resume his career with plans to serve until retirement. He is stationed at the Northeast Region's New Post Detachment. Congratulations. Constable Theodore Tietzen-Braun, badge 1806. Constable Tietzen-Braun was born in Kingston, Ontario to Andrew and Kara. He moved to Thunder Bay to attend Lakehead University, earning an honors Bachelor of Outdoor Recreation and Bachelor of Arts in Geography. He later worked for the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry as a forest firefighter. An outdoor enthusiast, he enjoys hunting and fishing. Constable Tietzen-Braun begins his career with NAPS in the Central Region's Summer Beaver Detachment. Congratulations. Constable Brandon Villeneuve, badge 1803.
Chief!
Born and raised in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Constable Villeneuve is a graduate of Confederation College with a diploma in general business. He enjoys socializing, cooking, gaming, working out, and playing Yu-Gi-Oh! At Carlito's Cafe. Before joining NAPS, he worked as a sales and leasing consultant at Pinewood Fort. Constable Villeneuve is posted to the Northwest Region's Kiwewin Detachment. Congratulations. Congratulations to the July 2025 class of 17 NAPS graduates. Please stand if you're able to as the Matawa drum group sings a honor song to acknowledge the accomplishment of these fine officers. And if you're able to, remove your hats. Thank you, Matawa Drum Group. You all may be seated and you can replace your hats. I'd like to now call upon Chief of Police Terry Armstrong to the podium to make an address. Sorry for making you sit down. And if you can remain after too.
Wache, bonjour. I'm going to start by acknowledging the drum, the Eagle staff, all the other sacred items in the room. I'd also like to acknowledge the singers. You got that, eh, Steve? I said singers? Because a lot of people are referring to them as drummers, and they prefer to be referred to as singers, because that's what they're doing. They're singing. Drumming's part of it, but they're singers. So thank you again, Steve, for enlightening me on that. I'd also like to acknowledge Elder Baxter. I'm going to date myself again for some of the newer people in the room. I worked with Elder Baxter in the remote fly-in community of Pekanjicum back in the early 80s. I know you must think I must have been about 12, but no, I was an adult. And I when I get to these moments, I appreciate those memories and the genealogy of my policing career, because it was guys like Elder Baxter that showed me the way. I was just a young fellow right out of the military, and when I got to the community, he took me under his wing, called me young fella, and showed me the ropes, showed me what it was like to live in a remote flying community. I'm a settler, and so it's those type of things that you don't forget. A lot of times it was just him and I. And Pekanjicum's a really large community. It's very busy. And sometimes we didn't sleep for days. So, like I say, I just wanted to bring that up again for some of the people in the room that don't know our history, Elder Baxter, and I appreciate your words. What you said here today, it really resonates. And it brings me to why we do this. This is not a parade. That was at OPC. You had your parade. Beautiful. They're beautiful parades. 500 officers going through it there at a time now, thanks to the new ministry, Minister Kirchner and the Ford government. Big classes. We're getting big classes through there. This is about you, and this is about us sending you where you need to go in a good way, in a safe way. It's about the elder's blessing. It's about those honor songs. That's what this is about. This is for your safety when you go up north. And we do this every time to ensure that we send you out there in a good way. So it's not a big event. It's not a big hurrah. Quite often, some of the municipal services will just take you to the local courthouse and swear you in. We want to do a little bit more than that. Like I say, this is special because we're sending you to your locations in a good way, in a safe way. And to tell you the truth, it's been very good for our officers over time. We have a very good record of safety in our organization. So I just wanted to add that. It's not in my speech, it's not in my script, but as people know, when I talk, I always have a speech, I always have something in writing, and I don't follow it very well at all. So I'm gonna try. I want to acknowledge the special guests. I know you've been acknowledged a number of times, but I want to acknowledge you again. I remember Deputy Grand Chief Manitowoc and I, when we started on this journey to get the legislation, we spent a couple years with the previous government writing the act with them. And one of the sticking points was we wanted to see that First Nations policing were included in the safety of Ontario. And we fought with lawyers in a room because they didn't want to put that in there. He said, it's for all people of Ontario. It says right here, all people of Ontario. But he said, but it hasn't happened historically. That safety hasn't been there for the people, the first people, historically. So we want it in the act. We want it in writing. And I know Mike was very adamant about that. And we took a picture on the Parliament building back 15 years ago when we started some of this stuff. Him and I, and the day of the signing, we took another picture. I looked a lot older. Mike looked exactly the same. He's ageless. I don't get it. Like, I mean, but yeah. So, and it was so momentous. So the journey to get here is huge. And we welcome you as new officers. And I'll get to my speech, but I wanted to say some stuff from the heart, because that's really the stuff that you'll probably remember. And I want you also to remember to pay attention, because maybe one of you will be standing here doing the same thing one day. You won't mess it up like I did. Today is a milestone in your professional lives. It's a day that marks your formal entry in the policing profession, and more significantly, your commitment to serving the communities of Nishnawbe Aski Nation with professionalism, integrity, and respect. 17 new officers joined the service today. This is no small achievement. Becoming part of an Indigenous police service carries a unique responsibility. It is not only about enforcing laws, it's about fostering trust, understanding cultural content, and ensuring that public safety is delivered in a way that respects the values and traditions of the people you serve. NAPS was established out of a need for a community-based, culturally informed policing model, one that reflects the voices, the rights, and the priorities of Indigenous communities. As such, this organization is not just a police service. It's a symbol of self-governance and a vital partner in building stronger, safer communities. Wearing this uniform and carrying the badge means carrying the responsibility of that mission. It is a visible sign of trust granted to you by the people you serve. You will be expected to show up in the moments of crisis, to treat every individual with dignity, and to act with sound judgment and fairness under pressure. This work is not easy. It will challenge you, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally. You will face situations that test your resolve and stretch your capabilities. But in doing so, you will also grow both as professionals and as individuals. You're not alone in this. You've joined a team of experienced officers, committed leadership, and supportive partners who are invested in your success. Never hesitate to ask for the guidance or lean on those around you. Policing is not a solitary job, it's a collective effort, and strength lies in teamwork. Let today serve as both a celebration and a reminder you are entering a field where every action matters, every interaction, every decision, big or small, shapes the reputation of the service and impacts the lives of others. The communities you will serve deserve your very best every day. Every day. I said that twice. Congratulations on reaching this point. You have earned your place in a proud organization, one that continues to evolve, meet challenges, and make meaningful difference. Carry your badge with pride, serve with honor. Thank you once again. Miigwech, congratulations. And of course, I'd be remiss if once again I didn't mention the families that supported these officers to getting to this point. But as MPP Holland said, going forward as well, they're going to need your support all along the way. It doesn't end here when they get their badge. They're going to need your support, your understanding, your listening ear, a few hugs once in a while. Believe me, I've been there. Miigwech.
Thank you, Chief. I'd like now to, Constable Orquello, if you could come up. We're going to make a special presentation for the highest mark at the Ontario Police College for the 17 recruits. The highest class mark at OPC goes to Constable Riley McGlynn with a 98% overall. Wow. pretty high mark.
Okay, this way, kiddo. Come this way. Yes, chief.
My mom.
Yes. Absolutely.
Want me to take you and you'll go?
Yeah. Without Mom, he wouldn't be here, so we gotta get Mom in there.
Dad, you gonna come too, or are you just?
That's better. Mom's always.
Beautiful, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, families of the recruits, please join me in welcoming the newest police officers of the Nishnawbe Aski Nation and the Nishnawbe Aski Police Service. The badge presentation witnessed today is in many ways symbolic, but it also serves as a powerful reminder to each member that they are stepping into a new and meaningful chapter in their careers. The badge stands as proof of their commitment and readiness. It also marks the beginning of a journey filled with purpose, responsibility, and service. As an organization, we take pride in recognizing exceptional performance and honoring those who go above and beyond in their duties. Reaching this milestone has involved much more than just 4 months of training for the new recruits, and certainly even more for the long-serving members present today. Recognition is due to the dedicated staff and instructors at the Ontario Police College for the time and effort that they've invested in preparing our newest officers. Appreciation is also extended to the board, chief and deputy chief for the commitment to supporting, guiding, and developing the entire team of the Nishnawbe Aski Police Service. Every day, on every shift, NAPS members are doing remarkable work in the field. To close this wonderful commencement, I'd like to acknowledge the members of the Nishnawbe Aski Police Service for their continuous contributions to our new uniform and existing members. The In-Service Training Unit and their new addition, Courtney, the In-Service Training Unit Administrator, Recruitment Team, the Finance Department, Payroll and Benefits, Director of Finance, Director of Human Resources and Team, Logistics Administrator, Executive Assistant, the Criminal Intelligence, Quartermaster Clerk, Human Resources Department, Records Management Analyst, Information Technology, and the Office Clerk, and the Ceremonial Unit. All of these officer and civilian members play an essential and vital role in the successful onboarding of all new officers, including the ones here today. Please stand if you're able while the Matawa Drum Group sings a traveling song. And you can keep your hats on.
I just wanted to make note, I forgot in my speech, that we had one member that originally, I guess recently I should say, found out of his heritage of the community Whitefish Bay in the Kenora area, the Treaty 3 area, and it didn't appear in his bio. So I wanted just to acknowledge that the young fellow that the last recruit that was up, he's a proud member of the Treaty 3, but he just realized just recognized his heritage recently, and he had spoke to me the other day about that. So congratulations to him too.
Thank you, Chief. Drum Group.
I think we should also acknowledge that the Matawa Drum Group comes to every one of our ceremonies, and usually they come with 4. They had to split up today. For those that don't sing, you probably don't realize how much more work it is for 2 singers to do 4 push-ups every song by themselves without being able to pass it off. So congratulations, Miigwech, for coming again, and excellent job once again. Miigwech.
Thank you. Everybody can take a seat. That's it for the badge ceremony today. So there is a lunch outside, just in the front area where everybody came in. There's tables set up. There'll be like a buffet style, so everybody's welcome to enjoy lunch. In the room across from us is where everybody is welcome to sit. If there is not enough seating on the other side, everybody can kind of pool in over here. You're more than welcome to eat wherever you'd like. In about 30 minutes, there's going to be photos done on the first floor by our media relations coordinator, Scott Parody. So if you want family photos done with your loved ones, it'll be on the first floor. You go down the elevator, and the door will be right to the right. So that'll be in 30 minutes, so you have time to eat, hang out, enjoy. Have a safe and happy weekend. Thank you, everybody, for coming, and enjoy the lunch.